Today with the Land Doctors, we'll take a look at a special project with Land Doctors construction specialist Ron Ward and broker Kelly Hurt. Ron and Kelly have taken notice of a new trend in rural and recreational construction, the Barndominium. Constructed from a primarily prefabricated exterior, these properties have more than just meets the eye. Simply step inside and prepare for your mind to be blown. Put simply, it's a form of construction that's cost-effective, absolutely beautiful, and best of all, the Land Doctors specialize in it. Today we'll check in with Land Doctors founder Kelly Hurt, project manager Ron Ward, and owners Ryan and Cindy Jaggi to talk a little bit about the property, the science behind it, some of the fun, and the benefits of building your own barndominium. Owners Cindy and Ryan Jaggi had a great weekend getaway spot. Plenty of fresh water, wildlife, and lots of peace and quiet. They liked it so much that they decided they wanted something a little more permanent on the property than just pup tents and campfires. What began as an idea became something special. Here's Cindy and Ryan to talk about how it all started.
Hi, I'm Cindy Jaggi, and this is my husband Ryan Jaggi, and we are the owners of Fossil Falls Ranch here in Marietta, Oklahoma.
We bought this back in 2015. It's 382 acres just east of Marietta. A lot of deer hunting. That's what our initial plan was, to get out of the city, do some hunting, get our children exposed to the outdoors. And we found this piece of property. I actually was looking for it a year before I bought it. I wanted it. I saw it online and tried to get it, but it was already sold. And then it came back on the market, and so I was able to have the chance to be able to buy it, and we've been really excited and happy being out here.
Well, Ryan wanted to get a fifth wheel, and
well, it started out as just a tiny fifth wheel, little trailer, something that we can just stay at, which morphed into next thing. Cindy was looking at modular homes, and so that's what we.
So we ended up. We went into the place to get the modular home or the trailer, and the guy was showing us everything, and we said, no, we want something worse than that. We want something cheaper, and we got a really, really cheap. It's like an impressively cheap trailer. So it had 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And I think the most people we've ever had out here was about 23 or 24 people one time, and everybody slept in tents. Tents
or the floor.
Tents or the floor. So, so we fit a lot of people into that little trailer.
Having 10 kids in that small of a space will make you want to try to do something different. After being here for a couple years and realizing that this was really the place that we wanted to keep permanently and build on, we decided to start trying to go and build something bigger. And then I was always in the mode of wanting to do a barndominium. I've seen those, and I really like the style, having a big shop and having an inside as well that's real large. So we decided to move in that direction. Looked for a long time trying to find somewhere in Marietta who does barndominiums, and I could not find anybody. I could find a lot of people in Texas, and I was outside of anybody's range. They want to do it around Austin area and South Texas, and everybody would build them that way, but not so much out here in Oklahoma. I mean, there was a little ad on the side of some website I went to where there's land or something. I saw the Land Doctors on the side and started looking at it, and I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I made that call, and it was perfect. Contacted Kelly Hurt, and he got me in touch with Ron Ward, who was our project manager on the entire build, and Cindy and Ron worked very close together.
We asked you a couple questions.
There's a couple questions I had input on, but not much.
Yeah, me and Ron became very good friends over our course of our project. Worked out great.
Worked out perfect.
It was a pretty large build, a little different than some of the things that we've done in the past as far as style and what have you, but I think it turned out great.
It's
very
beautiful.
Very good.
We love it.
And I couldn't ask for a better customer. She was just, both of them were just, took our input and suggestions, but on the other hand, she knew what she wanted, and we tried to deliver on that.
One of my favorite things about the property is having my friends and my family here, and all the children, and just loving having them here and exposed to the outdoors and catching the fish and just having them want to be here. So after having the less accommodations at the other place, there was a lot that I wanted to have here as far as just bed space, and I just wanted people to be really comfortable here. So I started talking to my sister and my best friend Beth, and the three of us went through several iterations of design and looking at it. And so I ended up, it's a 6-bedroom, 6-bath home. We have a master bedroom that's Ryan and I's. We have a bedroom for Annie and her family. We have a bedroom for Beth and her husband, Wes. And then I have one more for whoever else I get to come out here on the downstairs. And then we have a girls' bunk room upstairs and a boys' bunk room upstairs. And everybody has their own bathroom, so there's no fighting over the showers or any of that. There's plenty of space for everybody to just come out and just really relax and enjoy themselves and feel like they're at home.
And a large rec room upstairs also.
A giant rec room to throw children in, yes.
And what started out as a smaller project, once Cindy got a hold of it, did grow. Quite larger than I was anticipating, but it turned out, I'm glad she did, it turned out great.
I seem to remember that the original drawings were, around 1,500 square feet, maybe 2,000?
Yeah. That was not the end result.
No.
Well, we just needed one more bathroom. The barn doors that we have, I saw that on a Pinterest board, and our friends had told us they had a barn door and had to have the upstairs rec room, and they said it just got really loud when they had people up there. And so I saw on a Pinterest board somebody had put these barn doors to close off the upstairs balcony when they had, when noise was going on up there, and I thought that would look really cool, and I love the barn door look anyway, so that was a big feature that we put up there. One of our other features that we have in here is the huge fireplace that goes all the way up, a 2-story fireplace in this big building. And we did that. That was a feature that we had because we'd gone to South Africa, and Ryan had shot a kudu. And so that became a thing that we knew we were going to do, is to put the kudu on the mantle on the fireplace of the barn door.
Cindy gave us a picture that she had took off of the internet or a TV show or something, and said, "Do you think you can build this?" And it ended up being basically a 3-level floating staircase, and it's actually in 3 pieces. And of course it was all custom fabricated, and then we had it powder coated. One of the challenges was, though, because we knew we were going to powder coat it, was we had to dry fit it. And the top piece of the staircase alone, without the wood on it, weighed 965 pounds. So there wasn't a whole lot of social distancing going on. It took about 8 guys just to carry it in the house, set it on the floor, and then we hooked a chain hoist on it and raised it up and got it all dry fitted, and then took it all back down and took it apart, and we took it to the powder coater, which you don't take something that large to just a regular powder coater. During this time was, of course, COVID was going on, and we run into some challenges on that, but overall, I think we did good.
Yeah, well, that staircase is unbelievable.
It turned out really, really nice, and I think we met her expectations on it for sure.
For sure.
Cabinet and trim crews. I've been working with the Heinz group, Heinz Trim Work, for 10 or 15 years now, and he's a dying breed. He's one of these guys that you can just about throw anything in front of, and he said, "Hey, I think I can do that." And he coordinated and had the staircase fabricated for us, of course with a lot of Cindy's input on it and everything. And when I say he's one of the dying breed, he builds the cabinets in place. They're not built in a shop. As much as we strive for perfection, this is not a perfect world, and sometimes a wall may not be just as plumb as you would hope it would be, and he can overcome that by building the cabinets in place. And I think his work speaks for itself. You'll see some of it on this video, I'm sure.
It's beautiful work. I remember the first time I met you guys out here, And I was like, well, is he gonna give me drawings of the cabinetry? And he kind of chuckled, and we walked through each of the rooms, and he drew what he was gonna build on the wall of each room. And those are my cabinet drawings. And as they came together, they just came together so beautifully. They are just absolutely stunning. I mean, he really is an artist, and watching him work was just so fun. And I actually came out here the day they put the stairwell in for the real time, the first time, and I came out here, and he was beaming. He was so proud of himself. Just such a great moment.
Right. You know, for a layman to look at it, you'd think, well, you know, it's really, you know, not that much detail on it. But then you go looking at how it's built and how each wooden step on there had to be cut. The angles had to be perfect for it to recess into the main beam in the center. So, yes, we're very pleased to have. He's, like I said, one of a kind, and I feel very fortunate to be able to work with him and his crew.
The vision that I had for this place, being engineer and being a little bit more industrial myself, I really wanted it to be kind of an industrial, modern looking farmhouse, if you will. So that's a lot rolled into that, but you know, I really like the welded look of things, and I like the a very simple look to it, and kind of clean lines and things like that. None of our floors, all of the floors on the bottom, is just a simple polished concrete. It looks a little like terrazzo, but terrazzo is a little bit more consistent. It's pretty inconsistent across the board, but it also kind of has so it has a little bit of that modern feel, but it's also pretty industrial as well. Hides dirt wonderfully also. And then of course, I had a good friend of mine that helped me with all my selections. She's an interior designer, Designs by Brooke. And she picked all of the tile selections and the lighting and all of that for me. And she just did such an amazing, beautiful job. So it's turned out probably better than I even imagined. Yeah. You know, when we get together, there's 14 of us, and just had an amazing time. My cousins came, like you said, 5 horses, these 2 huge trailers, and we had just an amazing weekend with them, just magical.
And I got to have, you know, some nephews out here with catching their biggest fish ever, their biggest catfish. Pretty amazing to have, be there and watch them with their largest fish they've ever had, and getting the pictures with them, you know. And a lot of our Dallas-Fort Worth friends, you know, a lot of them don't get exposed to this, and I don't know how many fish that I have, you know, taught a kid to hold. It is their first fish that they've ever caught, and I'm teaching them how to lip a bass, and they're so proud, and you know, it's something that they'll remember for the rest of their life, and just to be a small part of that, it's a really, really great deal.
All right, girls, what are your names?
Jillian and Callie.
What's your puppy's name?
This is Robo. I'm 11 and she's 7.
So tell us about the new house here. Are you having fun here?
Yeah.
Tell us what you like about it.
I like that it's big. I like that it has 2 rooms because when we had the tiny bunk rooms, I had to share a bed with 3 people, and it was a twin size bed.
Oh my. Now tell us about the bed that you have now in your room.
It's a queen size bed, and it's blue, and I love it.
Is it a queen size regular bed or a bunk bed?
It's a bunk bed, queen size bunk bed. It's tall.
So what do y'all like to do here? Do y'all like to fish or what?
I like to fish, and Mommy doesn't know this, but she built us a gym and not a house.
Oh, the house is your new personal gym?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that.
We like climbing the poles in the kitchen, and the floating staircase, I like doing chin-ups on it, and it's just fun. What? Oh, there's a trampoline, and we love jumping on a trampoline. And also on the couches, you can do like vault on them. Mm-hmm.
Do y'all play upstairs in that big recreation room?
Yeah. It's like we play Minecraft on it. There's a TV in there, and she likes to play Minecraft with Leo. You do. I do sometimes.
Do y'all like to hunt with your daddy?
Yeah. I'm gonna go hunting this year and I'm gonna get a deer.
Oh, you are? Have you gone hunting with him yet?
Yeah, we don't usually get stuff because he's a weenie.
He's a weenie?
Yes, he is a weenie. He is a weenie.
Is he too nice to shoot the animals? He's too
It's
kind-hearted?
boring.
He's boring?
But if it's a baby deer, then I would not like to shoot it.
You don't shoot baby deer?
Never.
Y'all go fishing in the lake?
Yes.
What about
There's
swimming?
a fish feeder like over there, and like you can catch big catfish.
Around the fish feeder?
And there's one albino catfish. Albino. Yes, albino catfish in that lake, and we saw it.
Wow. So have you been swimming with the albino catfish yet?
No. But we've been trying to catch him. I mean, we've been swimming in the lake that when he is also swimming in the lake, but it's not like we were swimming and we saw him.
Oh, you just see him when you feed him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite part of the new house?
The part when we had the horses out here and I did a handstand on a horse. Minecraft.
Minecraft.
We had that at the old house. Oh, and also that this house is the jungle gym.
Yeah.
And we get to have lots and lots of friends here. Like last time I had my friends Scarlett and Eloise and Mia and her little sister. And Eloise's little sister is Ruthie. And Ruthie was my best friend. Ruthie was here. And I really want to have my friends Presley and Sophia and Tatum here too.
Very nice.